Hello. So, for the past few years, at least the last 4 years, I've been thinking about the bloody thing. I've done my articles, I've done my poems, I've done my little snippets of talks in both the private sphere and on my Facebook page and YouTube channel, Garden Conversations with Rose, on my blog site, gardenconversationswithroz.com. And I'm thinking heavily this year that there ought to be some more awareness given to the bloody thing and the bloody plot. I have used the tagline, it's between her legs, it's in her head. And I guarantee you that I'm not at all in any way referring to anything unsavory or unwholesome. I am simply talking about menstruation, perimenopause, and menopause. That phenomenon, that life-changing phenomenon, experience that we as women and girls go through for most of our lives. There are a number of repercussions, effects, and impacts on the mental and emotional well being of a woman as she encounters the stages of the bloody thing. So, that little girl, that preteen girl, is sometimes very anxious. She's lacking in confidence and she is sometimes embarrassed. The teen girl and even the young adult may be going through so much pain. She sometimes encounters conflict in the school setting as she is not always understood during that time of the month. And even the young adult in her workplace has some issues. She may have to take a lot of days off. The perimenopausal woman and even the menopausal woman may not always be understood in the workplace. The policies are not inviting for accommodating women. Even sometimes the physical areas are not conducive to the changes in her body. I'm thinking that we ought to bring some more awareness to the bloody thing. How much support is given our siblings and spouses and other extended family members? Have they done their research as it relates to that bloody thing? Are we as women talking among each other and giving our stories and explaining what's going on with us? Are we encouraging each other or are we pointing fingers? Are we very mean as this concerns us in the workplace? Do our men get it? Our unions, how are we in bringing that awareness for our female members? Society needs to get it right. It's Mental Health Awareness Month in the month of May globally. And I want to bring an additional awareness to the bloody thing and the bloody plot. As the plot changes and perimenopause comes around, the changes will differ. Women go through so much, and we ought to always have the support that is required. Let's give the support to our women and girls. Let's know that the bloody thing and the bloody plot will not overcome. We must manage. There must be some balance. I've always said that in the garden. So let's talk about it some more in society. Let's offer the help that we need. Many girls suffer from period poverty, and we ought to address this as a society. Are sanitary napkins made available in schools freely? On the commercial shelves, is the cost of those materials affordable? In the workplaces, are policies put in place to think about the days off, the emotional and mental days off that women need during that time of the month? What What about the physical surroundings for our perimenopausal women? What about the empathy and the sympathy that needs to be employed when our little girls go through? Who are the mentors? We must take care of ourselves as women, and society too ought to be concerned. That's why I said at one time that the bloody thing concerns our men as much as it does our women. So you spouses out there, you men out there, you brothers, you bosses who are males, you need to pay attention to the bloody thing and the bloody plot. It's in her head, it's between her legs. There are so many issues that will impact our emotional wellness and our mental well-being as we go through those stages in our lives. Let's think about it. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and here in the garden, we are focusing on the bloody thing.